When the wisest student hears about the Tao, he follows it without ceasing. When the average student hears about it, he follows too, but not all of the time. And when the poor student gets wind of it, he laughs at it like an idiot. And if he didn't, then it wouldn't be the Tao. That is why the ancient ones said, "The path that is bright seems dull, and the one who is going toward the Tao seems, in fact, to be going backward. And those who think that the way is easy will find it extremely hard. The greatest virtue is to be empty like a valley. Those who think that they are perfect never are. Those who feel that they are feel inadequate to the task, and morals seem to be no more than a contrivance. A great square has no corners, a great work is never done with, a great shout comes from a whisper, and the greatest of forms is beyond shape. Tao without substance, invisible, ever creating, forever creating." Here's another verse with this sort of hierarchy of ways in which to connect to or not connect to the Tao, right? It talks about the wisest student and how that person interacts with the Tao, and the average student, and then down to the poor student. And there's two main interesting things that are being said here that I want to really focus on. One is that one of the best ways to connect with the Tao is to unlearn everything that you think you know. You have to be able to empty yourself out from within. That's why the Tao talks a lot about becoming empty and being a valley. It talks a lot about that. And then this opens you up to the opportunity to flow. Treat life as water flowing downstream into the one. And so think of emptying yourself by unlearning. Unlearn everything that you think you've built up over your many, many years of schooling and your practical experience in the world. Rebuke it all. And the second thing that I think is interesting in this verse is, yes, the way to connect with the Tao is to let everything go and to flow with it. But the interesting thing that this verse points out is that that's actually one of the hardest things to do. It says so very directly, and those who think that the way is easy will find it extremely hard. I would say it's not just going to seem hard to you if you expect it to be an easy thing to accomplish, but I think that just the ability to accomplish it in and of itself requires a lot of attention and a lot of focus. And at the same time, like the Tao always sort of runs into, it also requires the opposite of those things. Attention and focus and perseverance on letting go and not pretending to know a bunch of things and getting into the flow that way. Here I will say that you know, deep down inside, you know if you are becoming closer and more aligned with the Tao, or if you are becoming more swept up by the world of the 10,000 things and the superficial trappings that prevent many people from having any concept of the Tao at all. You know what direction you're moving in deep down inside. And as long as you know that, and you are connected to it, and you're continuing to move toward the Tao, then release the expectations of what that should look like, what that path should include and not include. And as it says here, sometimes it's going to appear that you're moving backward, but you know deep within which direction you're moving. Follow that. The rest of it, unlearn it all.